things. Or else that also I would have covered. Yeah, but it's very simple. I have presentation. I'll talk about it, how it will be done. Right. So fine. So can you move on to the next topic, guys? If there are no questions. Yes or no?
Yeah, let's move ahead.
Fine. So let's get into what another topic, which is going to be. Now let's go with provisioning. Yeah. So we have provisioning, and MDM hub side more or less it is done. So only that SAM is pending, Secured Access Manager. So that is, and batch viewer, batch group. They are very simple. So I'll just cover it. So now let's talk about important topic, which is provision. It is in last line. Huh? Okay, let's get into first line. Yeah. So now let us try to concentrate, guys. Yeah. So remember, so we talked about hub. Yeah. Now let us say we need to build our own what you call model. And because we have already talked about in data governance, like how to configure, right? Instead of doing it there, we can also do it in what? Provisioning. That's what which means E360 configuration or simple data directory configuration, which is IDD configuration, can be done here itself. Second, which means you can build a model. Like model would contain one to many, one to one with a lookup, whatever, right? Or many to many. This kind of relationship it have. That's okay. What is the prerequisite to what I call get into this provisioning? Answer is what? One, base object tables should be ready in hub. And second, if you have any linkage to base object tables, which means linear data model should be ready. These are the prerequisites. Now, if you already have hierarchies, we can also convert this hierarchical data to what you call provisioning. So that can be taken as input for E360. Yeah, but the hierarchy part is not supported here, converting, right? So, but first two things will be supported. Yeah. So next, so entity views just like a manipulation and like condensed form of business entities. Business entities just like what? Yeah, anyway, we'll see. Just like a what? Entity, a group of operations, like party, like associated to organization, person, address, whatever, right? Such kinds of things would be part of what? Business entities. And views is just a condensed form, as I said. Layout based on the way that you want the look, right? Then we can start making use of it, unless it's optional. Yeah. Yeah. Now let us get into one by one. Can you see, guys? If you look at this 360 view, we can achieve it by using word provisioning, where data could be anything. From anywhere you can get the data. And these things, model, cleanse, enrich, match, merge, I think we talked about it. I think earlier, right? Where did we discuss these things, guys? When we talked about MDM hub components, we talked about it anyway. The result of that can be consumed by any application. Yeah, so which means so 360-degree view of what we call view can be achieved within this what MD. No. So these are general things. So I just copied from Informatica. You can see here Informatica confidential stuff. That's their thing. So user experience, utilities, all these are general things, but in reality, you'll not get all of them. Some you'll get it. Yeah. So a business entity definition is what? Aggregation of objects, base objects. So you can see, right? Person, address, contact. Yeah. So that's a primary construct of MDM. Example, without this, can we get into this provisioning? Answer is no. The provisioning is purely based on what? Entities, especially business entities. Yeah. Now, when it comes to what the graphical representation of business entity, where we can see what the bottom portion, we can see set of base objects here. Yeah, two, let's say business entities. And now, if you want to make these business entities available from outside, like a portal or any standalone application or any other third-party application, right? We do it through what? BEST, which is a business entity services. You know? And those services would be built, one, based on the REST, representative state transfer protocol, then SOAP, standard object access protocol, enterprise Java beans. So these are three available interfaces through which we can build what I call business entity services. Now we have got pre-built business entity services that anyway we are going to use as part of provisioning. But on top of that, if you want to extend the functionality to provisioning, like user exits we discussed, right? Here we can also build custom best, you know, so our own external interface through which we can integrate and then get it invoked uh, either from portal, or we can see the effect of it in E360 application, like we have seen data governance application, right? For example, some mail validation or name validation that need to be done by using external call. So we can just write it. There is a framework here also. You don't need to think. There is a pre-built code. You just start to import like what we did post landing user exit. Same process, no change. Yeah? But once you create your file, how to integrate and how to make use of it, that part need to be discussed. We will see that. Fine. So now some more business benefits that we can see. Remember, guys, there's a clear and a flexible interface that you will have it as part of this particular business entity. That is why business entity benefits we can see quite a lot, because we can make within itself, within MDM, to interact with outside also we can interact. That's a major benefit we get. That's why simplified integration. Yeah. So we can also use it as part of transformation. These are the subsets actually. These are the two main things. Now, look at this particular diagram where we can clearly see the structure which is represented in a tree form. Can you see, guys? So you will have root element, then you will have child element, grandchild, and so on. So broadly speaking, we can have every level in the tree. We can have fields. Example, in the root level, we could able to see display name here, which is one of the field. Then followed by chain, which is a contact. This is a field for at root level. Similarly, contact level also we can have fields. Address level also we can have fields. Yeah. So then correspondence here. Root to contact many, contact to mean address many, and so address to this is what reference. Reference means what? Lookup. So which means if the lookup is already configured, then address can also point to what? Lookup table, which is a country code, whatever, right? Similarly, another lookup, which is state code. So which means one what do you call child entity, business entity, or child record, child base object, you can say. We can have linkage with what? Multiple what do you call lookups. But from where these things have come from? So can someone answer this question, guys? I think we talked about it. Yeah. What is that? From where we'll get to see that? Base is what? Linear data model that should have been created in MDM Hub. Whatever is done over there, same thing. We'll do it in what? In a pictorial representation. Now let us talk about field attributes. The current node. Current in this case, we can see current node in root level only we have it. Similarly, we can have this fields on any level. One node, one-to-one relationship. So we don't have any representation one to node in this diagram, but we'll see practical. I'll show that. And many one-to-many we have it anyway. One customer with many contacts, and many to many So here we cannot see it, but many to many relationship we have it. Reference no lookup, we have it. Address to state code and country code. That's it. Now this was just copied. This C field is a display name. And many addresses, one address, reference, state code, whatever. Yeah, this how once you configure this, so we could able to see the result in the page. Yeah. So then I just copy the screenshots, guys, nothing else. So party address, yeah. So first name, and then yeah, if you searchable is enabled, right? Then for smart search, so you'll have a separate XML file where we can see like what are all the columns or fields that we use for search, which is smart search. Yeah. So that's it about how to look at complete provisioning model right from root till bottommost reference one, which is lookup. That's all as part of like what we represent as part of model. I think I covered all the elements that we take care as part of building a model within the provisioning tool. Yeah. So now let us look at demo part. I've just copied this also. Customer business entity, add fields, create a chain and configure. Yeah. Log on to this provisioning, then select schema, then get in here. So then we can select a model, then what do you call create what business entity, the customer example. So then we can see right customer. Yeah. Then so we can start specifying the base object table, which is BO party. Then so here you could able to see what yeah party is specified completely. So you can see guys on the left side all the fields, the first name apart from system columns. Yeah. So now last name. Likewise, you can add a number of fields at this level, which is a customer level. Likewise, you can add any number of things. Yeah. So that's it. This way we can just what you call select any business entity and start adding fields to that. Now entity views, simple. It's a condensed form, which means whatever is required, only that part will be exposed. So that's where this business entity views would come in. So based on the role also we can do it. So whatever specifics that you want, so we apply a transformation and convert that to business entity. Can you see here, guys? So the business entity views, we can add functions or transformations, whatever. Where as part of transformations, we can convert B to business entity view and vice versa. So which means the functions or transformations are going to play very key role to convert from one to another. Example, can you see here? Let me put complete. Yeah. If you look at this particular top portion where we have got first name and last name, if we apply a function, so we are trying to form it to what display name. So which is going to be the final form. So that's what we can see over here. Yes or no, which means we are trying to convert two fields to one field with a simple function. So we can call it as what? Entity subsetting, right? So this is going to be the view. This is going to be the business entity. Simple example to understand between difference between the business entity and business entity. That's what I said. Condensed form is what business entity view, which is display name. Yeah. Example here. Similarly, we can see others also. Yeah. So yeah, likewise you can think many examples. That's it about what uh, that's like how business entity view would look like. Now the question, customer view. So look at this, I think you've done already. So then add many relationship. Can you see guys? Under many, you can just select any object, which is base object, whatever, and build a linkage. You know, like primary key foreign relationship, right, with one to many. So, but again, to build it, we have to have this model, which should contain one-to-many relationship in this hub console schema where we have seen it, right? That we need to make sure, or else we cannot get to see those objects over here. If we have built it, we can see it here. We cannot build by ourselves here. Remember this. App Store, what do you call it? Hop is a prerequisite to build a model here. Yeah. So that's it. So then transformations part is straightforward. I think we talked about it. Whatever transformation that you want, select transformations. So within business entity, whatever, then apply any transformation. So this is straightforward. Then layout part, whatever the way that you want to represent, right? You can just get it represented. Yeah. So example here, sorry, what happened? I'm just taking note of. Okay. So example, so based on the role, we can have this layouts. Yeah. How to create take care of roles part for the specific user group level, right? We'll have to take care configuration under Hub Console plus SAM, Secret Access Manager. We'll see that. That's very straightforward. We'll do that. Yeah. So single record, whatever. This is a one view, guys. So we can see links, tweets link on the right side and different panes in the middle pane on the left side navigation side. So that's it. So multiple layouts, or if you want to design, drag and drop, select layout. We have got layouts, right? Then represent it. Yeah. So that's it. So this is just navigation part based on the role. Can you see here? This we select here role. For that role, we'll have layout selected, and then whoever has got that role, right? They'll get that layout. Then start performing whatever operation that you want. Yeah? So this is straightforward. And one more thing here, I copied this template from some other slides. So forget about AWS Lambda. This is a task XML file, guys. Yeah. So we can also what you call write an XML and put it as part of task configuration within provisioning, so that task operations can be done, like update customer task or create customer task, delete customer, whatever, right? All that we can do it. Similarly, transformation part. If you want to apply some cleansing here, default value, null checks. Here you can see transformation for null check. So this is the transformation.xml file. That's it. Yeah. So which means we can build a model and validate and generate a best business entity service and then publish, so that we could able to see output of that in the backend also, which we call C repo COCS config or CSCO config, composite service and composite object. So both we could able to see as part of backend also in XML block, right? XML form. So in the sense backend also we can modify if you want to modify. So we'll see like how it will be done. Yeah. So that's it about like how provisioning is going to work. Yeah. If anyone wants to add some parts, let me know, guys. Yeah. I just went through quickly because instead of presentation, I thought we'll do it practically.
Are we doing practical also?
Yeah. Shika, you are more interested in provisioning. Huh? I can guide.
Yeah, because I have a few doubts there.
Okay, fine. We'll get into it, Shika. Yeah, fine. So first thing, so we need to go to another URL. Can you see provisioning? This is a host name, port number, provisioning. Yeah, that's application name. Yeah, which is a provisioning tool. Yeah. So let me try to. This is a URL we use, guys. Okay, this is a URL. First thing, whoever is new, right? Yeah. So it's in. So we gave URL for data director, right? What is URL I gave, guys? That is same for entity 360 customer. That is same, guys. No, same URL for configuration of E360 or C360 or P360 or whatever, right? It's all domain specific, you can say. Yeah. So later on, they'll also add separate 360. That's fine. We have it anyway. So for those things, the link is same /bdt/config. That is same for all. So where we go and configure application. Next, usage of it. What is the link for usage? Simple. Host name, port number, that is same. Then BDD is also same. Only our E360 will come. Then followed by application name like we saw BDD underscore name equal to demo we saw, right? Same way, you'll have what different names. That's it. Only application name different. That URL will be same. Remember, for all data governance applications. Yeah. So they're just adding colors to multiple entities. Nothing else. Yeah. Now let us try to what do you call log on to this. Yeah. So here, so we need to select right schema. So that's a sample we are trying to use. This is the first step we need to do, guys. So which means prerequisite to perform provisioning operations is what schema should have been configured, which would contain proper validated base objects and validated model. Yeah. So look at here, this model, right? Like what we saw here. So we are going to follow this model and represent it by using what provisioning. Yeah. So which can be used for E360 configuration. Yeah. So now let us try to acquire a log. Yeah. Yeah, can you see guys here? Let me try to zoom in. Yeah. So we focused on party. In screenshots also we saw party, right? Let us stick to the same thing. Yeah. Now tell me guys, I think we talked about it here. Where do we have one to many and one to one? Party to this. So many to one or one to one and party to bottom. So I think we saw one to many, right? Yes, many, right? This is a many signal, what do you call relationship. No? So now please log on to this provisioning, guys. I request everyone to log on to this. First step. So here actually business entities, all that transformations, extensions, they'll be there in the latest version, but 10.x, 10 dot base version, right? You don't have it, but we can build a model. Yeah. So extensions are required for XNOC basic XNOC call, guys. Yeah, fine. Now in this, so this is going to be primary entities. This will be reference entities. So these two things. So the name should be reference entities here. Fine. So now let us try to create the first and foremost thing, which is creating primary entity, which is a root object. So can you see, guys? So these things we could able to see from where these things are coming, guys. Hub, because we selected no sample ORS. Yes, sir. Then specify what let's say party. Yeah, fine. Then party display name. Right? If you want to enable state management, it enables. Yeah. So and let me see. Provisioning. Yeah. Apply. See, we need to click on apply. So that's it. See, party BO appears here. Clear, guys? So that's the first thing we need to do. So what we discussed as part of theory, at any level in the tree, right? We can add fields. Look at here, field, right? Yeah. So you can just click on field and click on what create, where on the right side you could able to see all the fields. For instance, let us say we are using what first name and specify, let's say first name here. Find a new field, a display name, right? So I'll just keep first space name. Yeah. So now in the bottom, we could able to see what searchable for smart search. If you want, we can use it. If you don't required, we can, if you want, we can enable it. And then say apply. That's it. Why searchable we enable? Because there is a separate XML file where we could able to see all the searchable fields here. Yeah. So that's it. See, now field appears as part of this. If you want to have some filter condition, we can do it by clicking on create, or else no. Yeah. That's the first thing. Root object is created successfully. Now the next question. One-to-one relationship. Do we have one-to-one relationship within this? What model? Answer is yes. I think we discussed with the LU gender, LU name prefix, LU generation suffix. So that we could able to say over here. Let us try to click on create. Yeah. On the right side, can you see guys? LU gender, LU name prefix, gen suffix, and name prefix. So let us say we are selecting one of them. This constant reference, it would come automatically. Fine, guys? Yes or no? Yeah. Yeah, I think you're all doing right. So guys, you're quite silence is dangerous. Something. Ani Sanket, Ashish, Ayan, Ekta today.
Yes, Nasima, we are doing it.
Yeah, right. Okay, so Lakshmi there, right? Okay, fine. 1 o'clock, right? Maybe that's the problem. So fine. Okay. So now let us apply the name here. Let's say LU gender. Fine. And display name, I'll put LU underscore. Then look up gender. So building one-to-one, right? So relationship. And then apply, right? So that's it. Now one-to-one is done. So why we got in drop down this one-to-one related objects? I think we talked about it with the model, right? Now next, many. Now many, again, we can go back here, scroll down, where you can see party name, organization details, party ID, party. There are many. So let us take one of them. Yeah. So let us take this many and click on create, where see here there are many other. So you can tell it it's a party name example. Constraint will come automatically. So party underscore name, party name. Yeah. So one to many relationship, right? And then apply. Yeah. So that's it. Now one-to-one is covered, one-to-many is covered. Yeah. If you expand this, see, now at any level, we can also add fields. I think I talked about it. So if you want to add some field here, so you need to scroll, click on create and add a field. Yeah. Example party ID. Yeah. And then display name. So read only those things, other things are same. If you want searchable, you can also have it. Else, no. Yeah. Fine. So then we can just scroll apply. Yeah. That's done. right? Now, so if you expand it, so if you want to apply filter, I think we talked about it. So that's it. Now, let us say we need to what? Yeah. So before we get to next level, I think one-to-one, one-to-many, I think we covered. Adding fields at any level is covered. What is not covered is reference one. So reference. Do we have any reference records? Yeah, let's go with what first one, which is a party. So I'll just compress this. So now party level. Do we have any reference for party BO or not? That's a question, right? To click on that. Now we could able to see gender because I've already done this here. We need to build this particular reference. Then only we could able to see that there. Or else it will be empty. The prerequisite to make use of reference is what? So these reference entities need to be configured. Yeah. So click on create. Yeah. Okay. Then on the right side, we can see what multiple. So example, I think I've used gender. Let me use state. I'll use state. Yeah. So that's it. And statement is if you want, you can enable it or else no. Yeah. So similarly, we can have here also we can have fields. Create lookup fields. Field example state code. Yeah. There are system columns. So we can see some statement. Yeah. Fine. So and then apply. Clear guys? So we could able to see it here. Yeah. So that's it. Likewise, if the lookup has got again one-to-one, one-to-many, whatever, right? Then we can also build it. See, we don't have anything. There is no linkage of lookup state with what? Other tables. That's why it is empty. So we can just delete this. Yeah. Because we do not have any related one-to-one records. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. We need to delete it. Right? Fine. So that's it. Now we added one LU state. Now, if you want to refer that as part of, let's say, our own business entity, which is party, where let's say party level, we have to specify this LU state, yeah. Lookup state. See, now if you want to create, yeah. So we can also create another one. It's not that only one is required. See here, dependent on reference LU state. Yeah. So we can have LU state. Oh, no, no. Look at this. LU state. So LU state, right? And apply. Right? Yeah, if you don't want also, you can just discard. Yeah. Fine. So that's it. Once it is done, the next step is what? We can generate BES, which is business entity service, which means usable form, which is a configuration will be generated as a result of this particular BES. Yeah. So see, operation is successful. Then validate complete configuration that we have just configured. As a result of this configuration, we could able to see effect in what? Multiple actions like CO, compose, composite object, root, and also field, and CS, composite service, for right and composite as a parameter. So then what happened? It's not storing. Fine, we'll have multiple properties. It's not so clear. Guys, it's accessible. Huh? Fine. So now we can see what I call lookups. LU state we gave, right? Similarly, we can also see all of the composite service, composite object, lookup, all that can be seen here with one-to-one relationship. Party with LU gender, one-to-one. And others, so we can see service, read party, search party, and write also corresponding rights. Then we can also see inputs, state. Then we can see execution. They are all execution ready for execution, read as well as write. Then we have got many relationship. The party name, party with the party name, one-to-many relationship. Then corresponding parameters. Then we can also see outputs, all rights and reads. Then we can also see searchable, only one is enabled, and field LU state, which is state name we gave, right? Then corresponding parameters. Then REST, request and response. Then corresponding parameters, and then REST request, which is a read, corresponding parameters. For every service, right, you'll have get and put, get, post, you can say, validate. Yeah. So that's it. So which means we can make sure that whatever model that we have built is right or wrong. So no validation. It should be published. Then only we could able to see effect of that in the backend table, which we call crepos COCS config table. Let us publish this. And corresponding component instance. You all could able to hear me, right?
Yes, Naz.
Yeah, Narasimha.
Yeah.
And Asma, in
Okay.
latest versions, we don't need to generate that BS, and that means
Yes,
like
yes, yes,
once we publish it, it gets generated.
it will take care. Internet will take care. You are right. Yeah. But actually, it will take care. Internet without generated schema, we cannot publish it anyway. You are right, Vivek. Yeah. Fine. So that's it. Now it is successful, right? Now that we can just go to the backend and look at which one sample industry. So I've already looked at, so we can just go to this table, right? C repos COS, yes. CO means composite object, CS means composite service configuration. Yeah. So we can also change this in backend, guys. Can you see here? Searchable. We enable searchable, right? So we can see in the blog, in the text. Yeah. Yes. Can you see here? Like we have used first name, we configured, right? Party ID, part name, and first name. See, whatever is configured for search, only those things can be seen over here. Not only that, from the front end, in the front end also, if you go to advanced configuration, where there's a search configuration. Can you see here? XML file, right? What happened? Yeah. In this, we could able to see whatever can be seen here in the front end, right? Like a first name, party ID, right? Yes, sir. So, for example, this is a field name, it's a first name. Yeah. So, from this name, which is a P2. Here's this is from name party first name, and also party ID. So same thing we could able to see in the backend also. Yeah. So see here party name, party ID. This is from party. Yes, sir. From P2, which is the first name, whatever. So which means complete searchable objects, which is searchable fields actually. So that we can see it here. Yeah. Similarly, composite objects as well as services. Yeah. So all that also we can see as part of this configuration. For example, composite objects means collection of objects, which means whatever we have objects in the tree, right? Like we start with the party, then on to gender, whatever, right? All that you could able to see it. So can you see party? First is a party, then first name from that, then party name, which is one-to-one relationship, right? So then gender, which is a lookup, that is closed. Top level, right? First root element has got a word party, then one-to-one relationship with the party name, one-to-many with the party name. You can see N, right? Correspondence. Then gender code is what? Lookup, which is a reference. That's over. State management is enabled. True. So with it has got what you call lookup, which is a gender code, and also it's a complete formation of constraint, which is party name with party ID, whatever. That's internal thing. Yeah? So that's it. Like how whatever can be seen in the front end, same thing can also be seen in the back end in this particular config file. So searchable visa, right? Similarly, we can also see what you call business entity services. Yeah. Can you see create task, whatever is configured, all can be seen as part of this. Yeah. Search, write, read, gender, whatever, right? So whatever we have just what do you call added, right? For everything, you will have corresponding service. Service means we can invoke it from outside, whatever. For that, we have to have some inputs or outputs, right? Like a put or get, get and post. Yeah. So those things will be part of this service. Yeah. See, provisioning framework is toolbar is good. Everything will be expressed in terms of services. That's why it has become popular and easy to use also. Now, without even you can also modify XML directly, guys, if you know like what you're doing. Yeah. So now we in the latest version, without writing any XML, we have got here in the drop down business entities or transformations or extensions, whatever, right? So all that we can see it here. So using that, we can just create it using drag drop. Yeah. Similar task configuration. If you have anything here, we have not done anything. It's empty. Yeah. So that anyway, active voice you can see. Then transformations, we have not done anything. It's empty. Yeah. So then right, if you have not done anything, it's empty. Business entities, yes, we have done, right? Composite objects. So we can see what you call party, state, then all you can see because we've got multiple objects right in a tree. You know, all can be seen here. Yeah. So that's it. It's in XML form. If you're good in XML, right? So we can also what you call write it rather than drag drop. Yeah. Or else we can go with what? Drag drop. Yeah. So yeah. So this is what we do. What as part of figuring what model and look at that as part of zero possible config, and we can also see composite objects. We have seen it. Similarly, composite services, right? Here also we can see like a front end we saw, right? All business entity services, right? Which is equal to here back end composite services. See execute transaction, read task, yeah. Search CO. Can you observe, guys, and ask questions like what we expect from these services, which is composite services. Yeah. Composite service could be based in the SOAP or what else? REST or EJP, right? Yes or no? Yeah, I think we talked about no? Only these three services supported by what this provisioning tool. Will it support restless services? Answer is no. Will it support normal XML with HTTP? No. This, but it supports only this predefined 3 things, not all of. So that's it. Yeah. So that's it about modeling part within this, provisioning. Yeah. Hector, now I think you got right, like modeling part. I hope you got the answer, partial answer to your question. Yeah. Because completely we have not discussed. So, yeah. So then governance part is done, provisioning is done. Now leftover topics are SIF is there, and then SIF is one thing. E360 we'll see. Then SAM is there. Yeah. SAM is there, SIF is there, batch or batch group. 3 things are pending, guys. Plus debugging, performance tuning. These 5 topics we are going to see on tomorrow's session. Yeah. So first is what I need to make sure that all are covered up. So one is batch viewer and batch group. And second is SAM, Security Access Manager. User exit is covered already. And then what else? Debugging is there. And tuning is there. Yeah. And then question answers. Yeah. So let us say.
Natma, can we
Yes,
have
please.
one topic like you were telling that we can generate the change list also from the script. So can we skip some of this topic and go with that
Oh my God.
topic?
You would have told me on Friday, weekend I would have sit and then written script. I don't know whether I'll get that much time to write it. Because
No, because I'm interested in like how we'll do the change list generation. For example, if we have multi-domain setup, right? Like there are 5 domains, maybe vendor, customer, and material,
that
something like
doesn't
that,
matter,
right?
right?
Yeah, I got it.
Mm.
But what is like I want to have a change list for particular domain at a particular time, like how we are going to select that, okay, this components only needs to be migrated. I'm talking about change list generation, that okay, this component
Mm.
needs to be migrated, other need not to be migrated. I
That's
understand about import export part, that can be done once a change list is made, that can be automated to like put it into the prod, or like from
yeah.
prod to lower environment. That's fine, that I understand. But
That copy
the
paste, that is what.
the delta part, like what is there in the higher environment and what needs to migrate it, I'm very much interested in that, if that can be migrated,
Mhm.
that can be automated.
No, we don't do that. Actually, even here also, we have promote, right? In console also we can do, right? In merging 2 things, 2 ORS, whatever, that's one thing. And while export also, right? It generates change list, right? It will identify delta and export that change. To do that, internally it's going to use jar files. Those jars we need to call. We don't do it manually.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I am interested in knowing, like which jars and how to do that.
Oh, we need to execute it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. So yes, if I get time, I'll do it today and then we'll show it to tomorrow. Yeah. But I cannot assure. Yeah. Fine.
Okay, sure.
See,
Okay.
not the practical of it, Narsimha, if you can at least cover the theoretical part, right? Maybe in your system you can show us this is how you do it. These are the files which needs to be updated. Theoretically, you can cover it, and we should be good.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. That I think I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that change list creation part, it's critical. I mean, for any development work, right? If we are able to do the
Yeah.
development work and we don't know how to migrate it, then I would say the knowledge gained is not complete.
Not complete. Yes, you're right.
Okay, so
Yes.
that's one thing. Also, apart from that, SIF part is also pending, no?
Yes, sit for I'll show complete end to end tomorrow an example, Uma. So like how to write our own application based on SIF SDK APIs to perform all management, what you call data management of like create a record, modify a record, delete a record, search a record, search bulk record, all that I'm going to show. So before that,
Right.
we also need to talk to hub, right? To talk to that, what are the property files and where now we need to change so that we can interact. Then perform this. Those things I'm going to cover as part of CFU.
Okay. Okay. In Notepad, I didn't see that topic. That's why I thought of
Yes,
reminding.
definitely I'll cover, because now that's what I said. We need to focus on what you call custom things, so that whatever can't be done, right? We can do it by using customs. That's why I normally cover these things first. Whatever is available, right? You'll get the documentation. Anybody can do it.
Sure.
Yes, sir. So I'll definitely
Yeah.
cover one complete end-to-end flow, SIF-based application. Yeah.
Yeah. Also on the provisioning part, I don't know whether I missed it or you are yet to cover it, which is related to the creation of the role, assignment of the user to the role, then how do you
That is
assign application to the role,
like, for example,
application access to the
theoretically I
role and
covered
things
it.
like that.
Yeah, theoretically I covered it as part of presentation. Like when you create a layout, then select one role. For that role, we can have appropriate template that I covered. Practically, I've not shown it.
Are you planning to cover it?
Yeah, let me see that. But I'll try that. Before that, I need to cover SAM in Hub Console. After that, I'll get into provisioning to add. Yeah.
Yeah, because these are all important topics, Narasimha. So I would say we don't want to just tick the boxes, right? We actually want to delve into it so that ultimately after this, we should be able to do it into our systems. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so SIF is a main thing, and SAM is also, and Bash Weaver, I think we have multiple jobs, right? Some only we focus, some we have not discussed. Yes or no? Yeah, like promote job or automation mode or some more jobs, right? Uh, how do you call it? Tokens, independent tokens. So those things I'll try to cover. But anyway, whatever best I'll cover tomorrow, and then we'll see.
Nifima, one last thing. So, are we covering SOAP services in provisioning?
Yeah, provisioning I covered.
Yeah, I'm looking
flow.
forward to the SOAP service, but we didn't came there to so asking. Are we covering that?
No. Actually, as I said, remember that's a base, right? So yeah, if you want to build our own, what you call external call, right? So we can just create. We can just use the framework built by Informatica. We don't do that much. I think we covered. Let's say, Plunge is covered, and what do you call user exit is covered, and also I'm going to cover CIF also. 3 Java stuff, right? Same thing. That's also same. Just import under this Eclipse, generate your file, then deploy it under deployments folder, then link WSDL file. You can see it in provisioning. Then SOAP service. That's all. Job is over. It's very simple. I think I covered steps anyway. I talked about the presentation. All the steps we need to cover. Whatever I said, I'll show it in presentation also. Sika? But practically, I will not be able to show because it is added from 10.2. Not this is the 10 below 10.2, right? So I cannot show that practically. Sika. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Fine.
Nasima, so one thing, DAS integration is there in this version or not?
Task part anyway. Active voice will focus task part. Yeah.
No,
So
not task, DAS, DAAS, data as a service integration.
DAS part that integration, huh?
Yeah.
No, it will not be covered as part of this. Yeah. This is a data as a service. That's what I mean, right? DAS. So actually,
Yes.
we normally use that quite a lot in the cloud environment, like IDMC, right? I don't know if whether you have used IDMC or not.
No,
In
I got it.
IDMC,
What I'm talking about is, Nasima, there is a option provision in this provisioning tool to configure DAS things for
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
DAS, right? Data as a service. Correct? No.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So DAS actually in IDMC, it is well integrated, but in provisioning, not only provisioning with E360, it is not that stable. It's not that integrated well, but in this version, it doesn't support DAS, Vivek.
Okay, okay. No worries.
Fine, but theoretically, if you want, I'll cover that. So that's not a complex, it's a very easy thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Keep it for the last, Narasimha. I think let's cover the critical points first tomorrow.
Yes. Sure.
Yeah, so provisioning, safe. These are the two things I think they are critical. We are yet to cover.
Yeah, provisioning one flow I covered already, model part. So I
Yeah.
think end to end I covered. Yeah. So
Yes.
yes, that role I think looks like you asked some role question, right, Uma? Yeah,
Yes.
that
Yes.
I can cover after Sam. I'll cover Sam in upcon, so then we'll get into it. Yeah.
Yes.
So then others batch group we need to cover because that has some leftover jobs which I didn't talk about it. And then followed by debugging tuning. So these are pending topics, Uma. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So fine. So thanks to all guys. So we'll meet tomorrow. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.